Hi, everybody. Happy day to you. I am Sybil Wilkes, and it's Chris Paul and Huggy Lowdown Day. Hey, Chris Paul, how are you?
I'm good. How are you doing, Sybil?
I'm good. Have we heard from Huggy since last week when he dumped us?
I have not heard from Huggy, but
Okay.
I can give him a call right
now.
now.
That's okay. That's all right.
Let's call his ass. See where he's at.
Okay. If he says he's having dinner with his sister, or maybe this is his birthday dinner.
Oh.
Call has been forwarded. Ooh. Okay. So that's one of two things. Either he really is not able to be reached, or he sees your name and number and says, "Oh shoot, let me hurry up and get on."
But the show will go on.
Oh, it absolutely will. And I need to find out, how was your busy weekend? And actually, it was middle of the week into the weekend. You had graduation, you had an anniversary, and Father's Day. How's everything?
Graduation was phenomenal. My wife was a bucket of tears.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't shed a few, Sybil. You know what? I don't usually cry. You know,
right.
I haven't cried since Cosby got locked up. But yeah, it was very emotional. It's our last child graduating high school, and it's our only daughter graduating.
Yeah,
so
that's your baby girl.
So that was a lot. And then my anniversary was the next day, and I was torn between celebrating Juneteenth or my anniversary. So I chose the anniversary.
Good for you.
I chose the one that I'm still a slave for.
You're a slave for love. Yeah.
Right. I'm a slave for love. So we had a good day. We went and spent our day in DC. We went to a crab feast.
Oh,
yeah.
Nice.
We ate a bunch of crabs. My wife loves crabs, so I knew that would be the good day. And then we went to the casino. And played some games. She played some games, and I watched the basketball game. See, it was very smart. I knew she wanted to play, and I knew I'd be able to watch the Nets versus the Bucks.
You be thinking.
I'd be thinking.
As George Wallace.
Yes, I need to get me a hat. One of those dumbass hats. I need to get me one.
Yeah. That is the truth. It was a little young on him. You're right.
And then last Father's Day was lovely. The family was all over here. My wife cooked me a very big meal, a big meal.
Oh.
I know it's big because I just finished cleaning the kitchen after it. I'm like, how the fuck does that work?
Not on your day.
Right. No, it wasn't on my day. I did it the day after day. I did it.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, the kitchen was destroyed from that big meal, but Dad had to clean it up.
Okay. What does that look like? What is that, like your favorite meal, or just a lot of different things, or what is that?
It was just a lot of stuff. We had every animal. We had every animal. I expected PETA to bust down my door. I didn't think we had ostrich. I think I had some ostrich.
You still got the egg there?
Yeah.
Very cool. So overall, it was an enjoyable weekend and one of great emotion, huh?
Yes, it's exhausting.
Yeah. And has your daughter made decisions about what she's going to do next semester?
Yeah, she wants to go to college. In
terms of where she wants to go.
Yeah, she wants to go to college up in New York. Spot. I'm pretty sure that's what she's going to do. So I'm not going to make any announcements.
No. I wasn't thinking that you would give her dorm name and number or anything like that, or even the school. But I do know that she was making some different choices, and she had some choices to make. And so I was just wondering if she had narrowed it down. Yeah.
I wondered if she was going to do like Barack Obama's daughter, Michelle Obama's daughter, when she took a gap year. Like, I think that's something rich people do. Rich people could take a gap year.
we don't necessarily do that as rich people anymore. As a matter of fact, I have a friend whose son wants to take a gap year, and he's still in high school.
They should let you do that though, right? How about that? Would be so cool. Like if you're a high school kid and you're like feeling a lot of pressure and everything, you should absolutely be able to put your high school education on pause for a year.
Yeah.
But you have to be doing shit. You can't just sit at home and play video games.
Right.
But yeah, that would be so cool.
For sure. And I think he's the kind of kid that would be doing stuff. But I remember my senior year of college, I came home in January and told my mom I wanted to take a break. And she said, "What does that look like?" And I said, "I think I'd like to become a bartender." I wasn't yet of age where I could have been a bartender, but I was just thinking, I want something that just doesn't take a lot of my, mental energy and brain power. And so she said, "Okay, you can do that." And I said, "I can?" And she said, "Yeah, on June 20th, you can do anything. You can do that." And I was like, June 20th? I was like, graduation's never
right.
know.
Bartending, by the way, is an excellent skill to have. Bartenders always work.
Yeah.
So if you're of age, if you're young and of age and you're looking for something that you could always pick up and go to any city and get a gig right away.
Yep.
Bartending.
Yep. I absolutely believe that. And with something.
And what we're talking about also, I think like what just happened with Naomi Osaka, and young people now are getting more and more comfortable than us old folks are discussing their mental health.
For sure.
So we're talking about gap years and stuff, but people of all ages, young people need a break sometimes. It gets overwhelming. High school can be overwhelming. College decisions are overwhelming. Family can be overwhelming. So sometimes if you need a break, you need to express it and do what's best for you. So
absolutely.
Like I said, this young generation will be better than we were about it.
I think so. In expressing that, absolutely. And by the way, while I'm thinking about it, I believe it's Men's Health Month, and a lot of discussion about men and their mental health as well as their physical health. So a lot of discussions going on there. And so maybe something for us to talk about as we go on this month. Couple of things I want to talk to you about, Chris. First of all, what's happening in the news. Tomorrow, a big vote, or the possibility of a big vote in the United States Senate regarding the For the People Act. This is the wide-ranging, comprehensive Voting Rights Act. And as we mentioned in the newsletter last week, the former gubernatorial candidate in Georgia, Stacey Abrams, has declared this as hot call summer. And this is the initiative to get the Senate to pass the For the People Act. Now, tomorrow, the vote, the bill goes before the Senate. And so she is asking that people call the 188 number. And it's 1-888-453-3211. That's 1-888-453-3211. That's the number to the United States Senate. Everyone in every state has 2 senators. Call your senators and tell them you want them to pass the For the People Act. Now there's the filibuster, and there's all that discussion that's going to take place before it will even get to a vote, if it gets that far. But definitely tell your senator, call 1-888-453-3211. Ask for the senators from your state, one, and then call back again and ask for senator number 2, and tell them how you feel about passing. You want them to pass the For the People Voter Right Act. So,
and real quick, I know it was a very big deal, obviously, that Biden won the state of Georgia with the help of Stacey Abrams. So, and she hasn't been as high profile since then. But know this: she's always working.
Yes.
She's always working for the good of us.
Yeah, she really is.
So the least we can do
is her call.
She's working full time.
Yeah, man. And
make a call.
She's getting to the Republicans too, because last week they were talking about Manchin and what his proposals were to go in the For the People Act, and so he wanted to include more provisions regarding voter ID and things like that, and so the Republicans were kind of listening to him, and then darn it, Stacey Abrams said, "Yes, I agree with you, Joe Manchin. Let's go forward." And the Republicans are, "Oh, hell no, we're not gonna go." It's like, okay. So
she doesn't even have time for a love life. They asked her about her love life. Remember?
Yeah,
that was in the news.
Yeah,
and It would be hard for a brother to date Stacey Abrams because if it doesn't go right, she could turn all black people against you. She'll put out your phone number. It's her call somebody. I want y'all to call Jerome right now and let him know he's a piece of shit.
And here's his mama's number too, because she needs to know this as well, right?
Huggy said he's backstage waiting to come in.
Okay. All right, Yolanda. If we see, hey,
you know how long I've been doing this shit.
You've been waving planes in
like I'm exercising. What's up?
Welcome back, Mr. Lowdown.
Pardon my triflingness.
Well, we're glad that we made it on your to-do list today.
Yeah, I'm sorry. So.
No.
I had a rough Father's Day. What's up, Chris Paul?
What up? Happy birthday again, brother.
Thank you, man. I appreciate that, man. Thanks for sharing all that love, and thank you, Sybil. I appreciate it.
That was my pleasure for your Father's Day.
Father's Day.
This is your surprise party, actually, Huggy.
Yeah.
We're
surprised. We're surprised your ass showed up.
It sounds like an intervention about to happen. I said, no, you won't get me.
Huggy told me, he said one time his family and friends all had an intervention for him.
Is that right?
Yep. He said they got so drunk at that intervention. He said one of the best parties they ever had.
That's right.
How you got an intervention? Everybody in here is drinking.
Where they do that at?
They were lit.
No, I said we went to an NA convention drunk.
Oh, NA convention. Okay.
Yeah, we was drunk as shit, bro. We had the time of our life too. Bro.
Never trust the AA convention with a drink minimum. Right. Like, we got to pay for this place.
Damn. It's the relapse tour. What's up, Sybil? I miss you. What's up, yo?
I miss you too, Hug. You were absent last week because it was Danielle's birthday. Did you? Yeah. And I don't know if we still have the video from that, but Chris was quite reluctant to call you out, except for the fact that he wasn't invited to the dinner, and wondered was there really a birthday dinner for you?
Well, too many things. It didn't make sense, Sybil. Too many things. First of all, I wasn't invited to this. I wasn't invited to this. I wasn't invited to Daniel's party. Then Huggy's birthday's a few days away. I said, this nigga's birthday party I wasn't invited to.
That you weren't invited to.
Yeah, it was a joint party for him and his sister.
No, actually, I celebrated my birthday on my sister's birthday. She celebrated hers yesterday.
And I said, I know with Huggy's family, if it's his birthday, he's got to pay for it. Right?
No, not at all.
So that means he held a birthday party for him and Danielle to save costs. And this nigga was like, "Well, I don't want to mess up. I don't want to take Sybil's guest, so Chris not invited."
I don't know if you noticed it. Now we ain't on Tom's show no more, brother. You talking about paying for shit and the pandemic? Are you kidding me, bro?
Have I noticed, bruh? My daughter is holding a flashlight on me right now. There's no lighting in my house.
Oh.
My wife is powering my computer with a bicycle right now.
What you saying? I'm filming myself, bro.
Yeah, those days are long gone, my brothers. Yeah. Yes, you're absolutely right. Absolutely.
I've been sipping the same cup of coffee for 8 days.
Sip.
Yep, gotta make it last.
Set it down. Sip.
I bought some crabs the other day. I said, I need 3. He said, 3 dozen. I said, no, motherfucker, 3 crabs. And take some of them legs off. See if they'll be cheaper.
You're messing up the weight.
Yeah.
It's so tight you ate the mustard.
You mean to tell me you ain't supposed to eat the mustard? Chris eat the crab from the back of the That's how Chrissy this crab from the crack of it.
To eat it. Yeah.
Well,
that's crack crab.
Lamar
Odom shows off while you're at it.
What Lamar Odom say that time he ordered the crack crab?
Hold the crab.
Hold the crab.
Oh, shit.
Oh golly, good times.
Oh man,
good times. Oh wow. So have you called your senator, Chris, in talking about Stacey Abrams?
I don't know, not yet. I'm going to.
Huggy, I know you can't. As a DC resident, that would be.
I still was calling Sybil.
Well, call the other, call the M and the V. Call those senators,
right,
Maryland and Virginia, if you can. But we really do want people to call and to get involved in this, so that we can get this bill passed.
And I heard y'all talking about Stacey. No, Stacey is working.
Yep.
Okay.
Stacey in them streets. No, Stacey is working.
Okay.
That's facts.
That's the truly hashtag. I'm, and she's writing books. She's trying to get folks out there.
We haven't done shit with our lives, brother.
Facts.
I don't want to be like Mike. I want to be like Stacey, son.
Okay. Right. Yeah, that's for sure. She is the hardest working woman who is still hasn't made her announcement about whether she's going to run for governor or not. I really hope she does. But definitely, she is out there for the people, for the country, not just for the people of Georgia. She's out there for the country, the United States, and helping us to retain democracy. That's a big effing deal to help us retain the democracy of this country, So she's doing the darn thing. There's some really bad news, and I don't know about you guys, but on the streets of your big cities near you, but this is a definite concern in my hometown of Chicago, and talking about gun violence every week. There are numbers of people who were killed on the streets of Chicago. Mm-hmm. And the concerns over the national crime spike remain in the U.S. on the heels of another violent weekend. The last weekend especially, the attacks were coming in fast and furious from the cities of like Austin, and I believe it was Cleveland and Columbus and Chicago and cities like that. One person was killed in Austin last week, and all those other people who were out there for festivals and what have you injured, and Savannah, Georgia had it last weekend. More than 19,000 gun violence deaths in this country already in 2021. We're not 6 months in. We're almost 6 months in. And that's an average of 120 a day.
Wow.
An average of 120 gun violent deaths a day.
Mm. Do they attribute that to the fact that people were cooped up for so long?
A part of it is post-pandemic.
Post-pandemic.
Part of it is the weather, because now people are really getting out, and so with the ability to get out, the warm weather, and the availability of guns.
Yeah, where are people getting all these fucking guns from?
Yeah. A couple of weeks ago, we did a story, Hug, about two young men in the Army who have been arrested for gun toting. They've been, taking guns and bringing them to dangerous areas in the city of Chicago and other areas for passing them on to gang members or selling them. And so, these are guys. Their job is to be Army soldiers,
right?
And their side gig.
The side gig probably was making more money than.
And that's the other point. Gig. Yeah, that's the other thing. People have to take, and I'm not saying, you have to take on this kind of job, but we don't pay our military enough.
Right. Wow. They saw that as an opportunity to make some money.
Yeah.
Wow.
And continue the violence.
Wow.
So there have been over 270 mass shootings this year, according to the Gun Violence Archive. That's 40% higher than this time in 2020. Well, as you pointed out, Chris, 2020, this time we were in the midst of quarantining and the pandemic. Right. But now that we have more than 20,000 people dying in gun-related deaths then, and more than 17,000 people have been injured. And this is just a sad time. And at the same time, in the great state of Texas, the governor is signing more. He signed like 7 gun-related bills in one day, all allowing people the access to guns and not having to have a permit, all related to the Second Amendment rights of enabling people to have guns without having to have any kind of jurisdiction over them.
That bastard's evil.
He really is.
He's an evil fucking bastard.
I'm telling you, I don't know what it is in the state of Texas with the water. You got Ted Cruz, you got Greg Abbott, and we have a really idiot, a lieutenant governor, Dan Patrick is his name. The entire Republican majority of the House and Senate, just ridiculous and getting crazier. For another reason, for people to make sure that they are registered to vote and that they get out there and vote.
Yeah, them dummies got too much power.
Really,
this country in so many ways just does not value human life. We already know they don't value
at all
Black lives,
right?
But they don't value their own lives.
Right.
They don't value anybody's life.
It's business as usual. Everything is a business, bro.
Right. I mean, even Republican voters are all in favor of basic gun laws. Like, like background checks and not being and having to wait before you get your gun.
Right.
But the people in charge, I mean, it's amazing that a check in their pocket, a paycheck in their pocket, side money from these gun lobbyists or whatever, that's all they need to do the wrong thing.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, when do good people get elected? I mean, I'm like in a state like Texas, states like Florida, when are some good people going to get elected?
That's why they're trying to isolate that. They just connected dummies, cronyism, nepotism, just connected dummies.
And let's talk about that, because you mentioned the state of Florida, and we have not had a chance to talk to her yet, but I'm hoping that we will. Val Demings, who is running for the United States Senate in the state of Florida. She is a former chief of police in the city of Orlando. So you can't say that she doesn't have that law enforcement background. She knows about all of this, but she is also a woman who's seen both sides of this. And she is one of those good people who is running for office against Marco Rubio if she passes through the primary, of course, and that is assuming that she will. But we got to get more good people like that, Chris. You're absolutely right. When do the good people win?
I'm scared of her. They scared of the smart and the women making shit happen.
Yeah, and they really don't like the smart Black women. They really don't.
Oh my gosh, no.
They really
don't.
Not at all. I mean, we got a list, miles long. Even if I don't know if you saw Auntie Maxine Waters, the Congresswoman's Twitter account this weekend, but she was talking about, still calling for this January 6th commission, and she's saying follow the money. The reason why we're not getting the answers on this and we're not getting the bipartisan commission is because they are paying to keep this under wraps.
Right.
It's just so you got Auntie Maxine, you got Stacey Abrams. I don't like to call her but we have the Congresswoman Maxine Waters, you got Stacey Abrams, and you have Congresswoman Demings right now. Hopefully Senator Demings as a growing list of strong Black women who are making life uncomfortable for them, and they are the good ones. They are the good ones. When do the good people win? Ask Chris Paul. Well, hopefully, if we register and we elect them, they will win. And let's keep doing it.
What's also sad is that to be a part of the Republican Party, you can't be a good one. I mean, even if it's just common sense stuff, you just can't. You have to follow along whatever all these Trump people say, and that he really won the election, and all. That's the only way you can survive.
You can't do it publicly.
Right.
You can oppose it secretly behind closed because they're scared, bro. They're fucking petrified. Excuse my language.
No, they are. You're absolutely right. Yeah.
And those are the only candidates we'll see coming out of the Republican Party from now on.
Yeah. Yep. They're scared of Donald Trump, and they're scared of losing his support, and of all of those 75 million people that voted for him.
Right.
I get it. I was just watching a documentary about Roy Cohn. I'm still watching it. This shit. Donald Trump is the same playbook. That's where he learned the shit. The
Yeah,
same flavor.
Remember Huggy when he was going through all of the lawyers and he was going through the attorneys general and he kept asking, "Where's my Roy Cohn? Where's my?" And so that's the guy that he was looking for. And I think he found him in William Barr until the very end. He's looking for and not to be the country's lawyer, but to be his lawyer.
Personal lawyer, right?
Yeah.
What did Bill Barr get out of all this? Like,
that's a good question.
Ultimately, I mean, is there some money involved for him from Russia or from wherever? Like, what did he sacrificed his entire reputation? And what? Yeah, I'm like, what was he in it for? Like, how did Donald Trump get him to do this?
That's right. And so you have. And Huggy, you have to think that there had to be some nefarious activity going on.
Didn't he have a son that worked at a bank or something? Sybil, was that William Barr?
Now I don't know.
Whose son worked at the bank? What's the name of the bank, Chris?
I don't remember.
The Deutsche something bank.
Oh, Deutsche Bank. So that's where Donald Trump was getting all of his loans.
So I'm thinking, did Barr have a son? He had
we can look that up.
Job early. I might be confusing the people, but somebody worked at the bank, quit his job, but that was Donald Trump's.
You know what? There's so many strange connections.
It's strings. It's a lot of strings.
Yeah, I'm just saying nobody does shit for free,
right?
And without gain, like even the people we see now, we see now in Congress who always were kissing Donald Trump's ass, they're doing it because they need to get reelected. So that's their reason. What was Bill Barr's reason? Like, what did he? The salary of his salary can't be that great.
Now, I'm not sure if it's Rudy Giuliani.
Right, it ain't Rudy Giuliani.
Giuliani's son worked in the White House.
He was an idiot. He's an idiot.
And he's running for governor.
Cohen said he was an idiot. Yeah,
and he's running for governor of New York right now.
He was like a sports liaison. Gave him a job as a sports liaison.
Yeah.
It's not him.
He gave him $100,000 salary.
He's in charge of going out for the McDonald's when a team wins a national championship.
When the teams come. Right.
Good job.
Good job.
You can get it now.
He's a Republican Uber Eats.
Right. If you can get
it. Justice Kennedy.
Oh, that was Justice Kennedy's son worked for Dutch. Yeah.
That was it. Thanks, Janice.
Thanks, Janice.
Because he just,
On YouTube. Yes. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you. We're going to run and jump to our question of the day, and I think you can both appreciate this. We just talked about Chris's daughter and her high school graduation just the other day, and so I know. And Huggy, you know of young people that have graduated this season as well, and we
that
all
sounds
have
real suspicious.
I know.
What are you talking about? And Huggy, you know of a lot of young ladies who graduated this year.
Like I'm a black Mike Gates or some shit.
Right.
Huggy,
you know a lot of high school girls.
I know young people that have graduated this season. You know young people that have graduated. I'm not.
You know all the high school girls you buy alcohol for.
I'm not Matt Gatesing you. I'm not. I promise you, I'm not.
I go drive past the high schools and she was
come talk to Papa Hug. But.
Guess who put the last shit at Forever 21?
But there was the thing that brought this to mind for me is that I don't know if you saw this. There's a principal in North Carolina who sang "I Will Always Love You" to his students a couple weeks ago. And I asked the question on Twitter, do you remember what was said to you at your high school graduation? Whoever made the commencement speaker was, whatever, the principal addressing you, whatever. Do you remember that? Because for many of us, that was a really long time ago. But I think this is something that would stay in their mind. This principal, singing to the kids like this, and to showing his love and support for them. But my question is for you, what's that one piece of advice, a word of wisdom that you would share with young people today? You, Chris, you, Huggy, you, the viewers and the listeners. What's that one piece of advice that you would like to share and leave with young people? And I can start it off because for me, it would be, there are a lot of things that are serious, but not everything is that serious. Not everything is because we just, when we're young, we just
So I was about to say that shit.
Okay, I got plenty more.
I know you do. I know. And I'm still thinking. I'm over here buffering.
The human buffering. As we have the human buffering situation down there, Chris, what do you think?
The most important piece of advice
that you would like to share, and if not with your daughter, I mean, maybe this is something you've shared with your daughter and your sons, but also in terms of, that you would like to leave with young people in general, or you wish that you had known.
The advice I would give to young women who are graduating high school right now is, don't date any man who doesn't have a protective case on his cell phone. Because that same nigga don't wear condoms.
What in the hell? What kind of anti-Nick Cannon shit are you talking about?
Any man who doesn't care about protecting his cell phone
does not.
Sure won't cover up his penis.
Chris, have you shared that with your daughter?
Oh yeah.
Okay. All right. Okay. All right. That's, hey. You can't fault him for that logic.
That's some dope ass logic.
That's awesome.
You gotta do you. Awesome. I would tell you. You gotta do you. You gotta do you, and don't be scared to be different. Be yourself. Don't be scared to be different. You got too many people, copy cutters, cookie cutters. I'm talking about copy cutters,
copycats. Yeah.
Everybody want to be what everybody else doing, and that's social media. You know.
Mm-hmm.
Lady, next time you see a man with no cover on his cell phone, ask him how many kids he got.
Nick,
you wilding out, bro.
Ask him how many kids he got.
Oh, he's nicking them down, bro. He's nicking them down.
And his screen's gonna be all fucking cracked. Watch. His screen is cracked.
And you're throwing it at him. Huggy, that is a piece of advice that I would give to 8th graders. You know what I mean? As they're graduating, because high school is difficult enough, but everybody wants to follow the leader or be like everybody else. Nobody wants to stand out. Right. And so that's something that, and I dare say there's some adults that are still doing the same thing. Yeah, people who are, okay. Carolyn Jones Jameson on Facebook says, life moves fast. Use your time wisely. We were just talking about that before the show came on. It's like, time really does fly. And that is the absolute truth. Use your time wisely and stay true to yourself. Lady T says on YouTube, stay true to yourself always. That's a good piece. That girl, she is that girl, says my advice.
That girl says save some money. She got that right.
Okay. And then there's that. Yeah. Invest in your 401k as soon as you can. Kimberly Jackson says, invest in the stock market tomorrow. If you use a credit card, pay it off at the end of the month. Kimberly Jackson, you are absolutely right on Facebook, on YouTube there. Yeah. Invest tomorrow. Yeah. And if you can. I tried to do that with like one of my goddaughters, and she's like, okay. And I said, let's talk about stocks and stuff. Let's talk about, what you want to invest in. And so, look at the companies that you spend money with now. Would you like to invest in them? And so, like 6 to 10 months later, she goes, I'm ready to invest. I said, okay, so what are the companies? She goes, yeah, that was the other part. That was the other part I was supposed to do. Huh?
What is King of Diamonds on the stock market, Chris?
I'm sure they're taking investors. Diane Scott said on Facebook, said, call your senators today. Tell them to give all of our voting rights now. That is absolutely right. So 1-888-453-3211. That's the number for a hot call summer as initiated by Stacey Abrams. And please do give them a call. Call your senators. As someone in my 30s, Michael Stallworth, you are in your 30s. I would say value you, because nobody can be you but you. All right, Michael Starr.
He listened to the Steve Arrington. Nobody can be you but you.
He is old school. You are right. He's old school.
Mike.
Oh, Shanta Brown says, respect your moms and dads so you can live to see the future.
That's good.
Wow.
What about your stepdad?
Yeah, you tell us that part, Hug.
No, yeah, you got
all these people are quoting old Yogi's Jules.
Yeah. Look, be a follower, get a tattoo, man. Somebody's drinking. Somebody's drinking.
Mix brown and clear. How about that advice? Don't mix brown and clear liquor. Yeah.
They making up shit, man.
Right.
Don't eat a Slim Jim and Pop Rocks together. They making up shit.
And never a Slim Jim and orange juice.
Orange
okay?
juice.
Yeah, absolutely. Kids, if I can just share, always go clear. I'm just saying.
Oh, nice, Sybil. Nice.
I'm not talking in your dating and your marriage habits. I'm just talking about your. Okay. Yeah, absolutely. So I think that if we had a look back, and I don't know even if you guys can remember what was said to you at your high school graduations. Can you?
Chris, what did man Bernie say at your high school, bro? Wasn't he the commencement speaker, bro?
Yeah, he said, one hit, then pass it.
I remember he had him cracking up too, bro.
Yeah.
And never blame someone else for being set up.
Right.
Of course, he didn't follow his own advice.
Right. Always check the closet.
Right. I always book a hotel room with screen doors.
Make your own damn reservation.
You got to have 2 rooms, so you got open that adjoining room and shit. You got to have 2 rooms.
Yeah. And if you do see a hole in the wall, poke through it.
Right.
Yeah.
So
oh, God bless.
That's a different club.
Who's the girl that used to? She did sports. She was the sideline reporter. Erin Andrews. Remember when that happened to her? A guy booked a room next to hers, and he he did the video of her. Yeah, that was creepy, but that does happen.
Crazily, her career blew up after that.
Amazing. Huh?
Soon after that, she was replacing her other sister, who was on the #1 team. What's her name? Pam Oliver. Yeah,
Pam Oliver. Right.
That was Pam Oliver's gig.
Yeah. Amazing how those things happen, huh? Speaking of sports, a young man has come out today who is the first. What did I do with that story? He is the first. There we go. Active NFL player to come out of the closet or come out as openly gay. Las Vegas Raiders defensive end Carl Nassib made history today by coming out as the first active, openly gay NFL player. He made the announcement on his Instagram post. Wow. He said, I just wanted to take a quick moment to say I'm gay. This was in a multi-part video recording. He said, I've been meaning to do this for a while, but now finally feel comfortable getting it off my chest. I really have the best life, the best family, friends, and job a guy can ask for. And so he added that he's donating $100,000 to the Trevor Project, which he called the #1 suicide prevention service for LGBTQ youth in America. He's 28 years old, a 5-year veteran, selected in the 3rd round by the Cleveland Browns back in 2016. And this is his 2nd season as a backup defensive end for the Raiders. And so good for him. And he could become the first openly gay player to play in a regular season game. Remember when Michael Sam did it? And
where's Michael Sam's?
Yeah, I think he is working on college broadcast now.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. So.
Well, good for him. Good. Hopefully, we eventually get to a point where we won't have firsts anymore.
Yeah.
I'm not talking about firsts as far as your actual accomplishments in a sport, but first when you're the first to just be able to be who you are.
Right. Yeah.
You know, whether it's your sexuality or your color or whatever it is, just that you can just be who you are.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And this goes under the entertainment category. And I don't know about you guys, as a Sesame Street kid, they have also chosen Pride Month to introduce my 2 gay dads. A new family on the street of Sesame.
It's not Bert and Ernie.
That's what we always thought, right? Now these are 2 dads, Frank and Dave.
I always thought Oscar the Grouch was gay too.
Really?
Yeah.
I
always thought he was.
I never thought of. I just thought I thought Oscar the Grouch was asexual.
No, he was in a can, not the cloud.
Everything was in his can.
All he needed.
Yeah.
That's you trash, Chris.
So Frank and Dave and their daughter Mia, introduced during Family Day episode you can watch on YouTube or HBO Max. One of the dads was the brother of the character Nina, and the introduction ended with Elmo, so happy you're all here.
Elmo.
Hold on, Elmo's not gay?
Well, apparently Elmo is, because they said Elmo's glad you're all here. So it's a big moment in the it's almost 50 years plus that Sesame Street has been on. They've yet to highlight an LGBTQ character in this way, and so without the the barroom argument of who are the gay couples on Sesame Street that we all have at some point or another over an adult beverage.
Has there been any backlash yet? Because I mean, is there word of parents saying they're not going to let their kids watch Sesame Street now?
Not yet, because this story just came out, and they are saying that you can watch this on HBO Max, and so this is a streaming service people have to pay for. So maybe a lot of people just waiting for it to be played later on public television, but no real response yet. But it's coming. You absolutely know it's coming.
I mean, you're trash as a parent. I'm not going to let my kid watch this,
right?
Because there's a gay couple on. Come on.
Well, remember
there are gay people in this world. Shows like Sesame Street, they teach kids about not just letters and numbers, but life. They've done everything on the streets of Sesame Street.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
And your child will eventually encounter. I mean, not like remember when we were young, like. To see a gay couple in real life, it was kind of shocking. There were things, to see a trans person was shocking for the first time. It shouldn't be shocking.
Yeah.
And you're exposing the children to it at an early age. And it's not like it's graphic or anything sexual going on. It's just people who happen to love each other.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
It shouldn't be offensive.
Right.
Well, it shouldn't be, but in this day and age where we have people,
can't shelter them from life. That's life.
No,
but
you're really trash.
Well, they are sheltering.
I'm really trash if you're a bigot against gay puppets. You're not only homophobic. Puppet phobic?
I know.
What were those? It was one of those TV shows, and the one in purple. They were all in different colors. They weren't Power Rangers, but they were little elves or something.
Oh, you talking Teletubbies?
Yeah. I remember there was a whole thing about the Teletubbies because one of them carried a purse, and it was crazy, and the parents went crazy after that. I'm not going to let my child watch this, and yet they're Huggy, to your point about shielding their children from reality. That's what the whole critical race theory is about, and keeping it out of our schools. They don't want to subject their children to the truth and know about racism and all the things that their ancestors did in this world, and how we're still feeling the effects of that, and our lives are still messed up. They don't. I mean, they want to shield it from everything.
Yeah, that's facts.
It doesn't. It's just crazy. It's absolutely crazy. All right. So
you ever notice people say that's facts when they don't know how to answer? Yeah, that's facts.
Huggy, I thought you had something substantial to add to that.
Yeah, it's whitewashing everything.
yeah, that's true. That's true. we talked a few weeks ago following the death of DMX and how that all happened. And word comes out that today that Def Jam covered his funeral costs, which I thought was really very cool. And they said that
don't they supposed to do that?
Def Jam is supposed to. Well, apparently they felt so. They paid the memorial, the funeral home in Yonkers, and the receipt dated May 5th, 2021. According to this report, Def Jam Recordings paid the bill and covered the services of $35,000.
Wow.
So that's, I mean, and I guess that included the big monster truck that his body was, was carried on into Brooklyn there. They said, although there's no specific mention of the monster truck, I'm assuming that was a part of it as well, which I thought was really cool.
Yeah. They really want to do something. How about giving his children all of his masters?
Come on now.
I think somebody was working on that, Chris.
I hope
think
that's
I read
true.
that somewhere.
I hope that's.
I read something like that with Jay-Z or some. I might have read that somewhere.
Okay.
That's dope.
I think that would be awesome.
Yeah.
I would, just that way, and so those kids could,
Right.
with the benefit of a financial advisor and an attorney, they could benefit from this, and that's an example of generational wealth that he could leave to his children,
right.
And that would be pretty awesome. Something that we all want to leave to our kids. Another thing, do you guys believe in adult bullies?
Adult bullies?
Bullying amongst adults.
Absolutely.
Not of children, but one adult bullying another adult. This is really
what did Chrissy Teigen do now?
That's my point. She's coming out now and she's apologizing to everybody, who will listen. She's gone public several times apologizing for her bullying ways in the past. To young people, to older people, now other people are coming out and saying she bullied me too. And at some point, first of all, when do you stop apologizing for all this? And it's for a business deal that you probably lost out on.
Right.
But I think that at some point, when you as an adult say that you were bullied by another adult, what does that say?
I feel bad for John Legend, first of all, because I really like him a lot. But as far as Chrissy Teigen is concerned, I'm like, you have to be built a certain way. You have to be wired a certain way to ever tell somebody to kill themselves. Like that they should. I mean,
that was horrific.
I've never written anything like that before. I've never written it or said it to anybody.
Yeah.
I'm not to have that in you to write that and hit send or tweet. That's like, wow, you're really built different.
And she admitted to that. I mean, and are we willing to say it was youth, that it was a stupid young girl who was saying and doing those things that led to the tweeting of those or sending the text to somebody, or is that just the embodiment of a horrible person?
I know
we blame it on our youth.
I know sometimes people use that statement like, not meaning to, not saying that was her intentions.
Mm-hmm.
Some people like, oh man,
yeah. At one point, nigga, kill yourself.
Right.
Like it was a catchphrase, but but I don't know. Those were her intentions. So I don't know what her intentions was.
I don't either. But it is taken on a life of its own. I mean, Target took her cooking products off their shelves, and others have said they weren't going to do deals with her now as a result of this. And I just think it goes a long way. Congratulations are in order for Usain Bolt and his partner. They have welcomed newborn twins. And they now have 3 kids, a little girl and now 2 little boys. The little girl, she's a toddler. She is named Olympia Lightning Bolt.
Wow, that's dope.
The newborn boys are Thunderbolt and Saint Leo Bolt.
Oh, wow.
I get the thunder. I'm not sure about the Saint Leo, Chris. What does that mean? I wonder.
have no idea.
Why you ask me, Sybil? The hell? What am I?
I was going to ask you because it's Jamaica related.
If Chris didn't learn.
Well, I was just asking Chris as a track and field guy, what he thought of this with Usain Bolt.
Chris, you showed him the trophy in the background when you used to be in school, high schools, run the 440 and all that.
Oh,
the
man.
80-yard dash.
That was a beast.
Yeah. They used to call him Peon.
Actually, my job was to hold tape at the finish line. My job was to hold the tape.
You were which side were you, Chris? Were you on the left or the right?
Right, I was right side.
He was on both sides. So.
Now go around me. And speaking of track and field, Sha'Carri. How about Sha'Carri?
She's a star.
She is a star.
She's about to get a whole lot of endorsements, man.
Yeah.
There she is. Sha'Carri Richardson won the 100 meters to go and headed to the Olympics, and she's that girl. Wow. She is that girl. Did you see her run up into the stands to hug her grandmama?
I did.
I didn't see her.
Her mom just passed away, I read.
Her mother, that was another part of the story. Yeah, Chris, that her mom, her birth mother died last week. Wow. And she went up into the stands to hug her family, starting with her grandmother. And she is the pride of Dallas, Texas.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Respect.
Yeah. Sha'Carri. And the funniest thing is to hear the different pronunciations before people were told what the child's name is.
What was they calling us, Sybil?
Sha'Carri, Sha'Carri, and I forget, there was like 4 different pronunciations, but it is Sha'Carri. So congratulations to Sha'Carri. Yeah.
Well, you see another sister who qualified. She had like a Doritos bag for an earring.
So what was I saw it, Chris, and I didn't go back to the story. What was that? Do you know?
Would see that Dorito, Chris. You would see that Dorito.
That's what she highlighted. She highlighted it. And she was like, it was like a Cool Ranch. One of her earrings was like a little tiny Cool Ranch Doritos bag. Yeah. So I think she was trying to hit them up on social media. Like let's work out some endorsements here.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, I just qualified for the Olympics.
You know, everybody can go for Adidas. Everybody can go for Nike. Everybody can go for, but hey.
Right.
Let's talk Doritos.
That's great marketing. That's marketing.
Yeah. That's smart.
Like, who's the boxer that put the name of the company on the bottom of his shoes, Chris, when he was fighting and got knocked out?
Oh,
and all you can see was
right.
Mattress.
ZQL.
Oh,
there it is. Nice. Thank you, Chica.
Oh, yeah. She's smart. She's smart.
That was a good look. Smart. Good look there. Yeah, that's good. That's good. Hey. Yeah, let's get that young lady.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's really smart. Are you guys going to watch the Olympics? That's my quandary. I don't think they should be having the Olympics. It's still in the midst of what's going on in this country.
That's you guys?
You agree with that?
Yeah, I doubt I will watch it, but I'll just pick up highlights on Twitter, on social media, but I don't think I'll be watching.
I'm a sucker for the Olympics. I live for the backstories and all of that. I want to see more of Simone Biles on the cover of Glamour magazine with the red, white, and blue hair. I love the Sha'Carri Richardson story and all of that. So I'm really going back and forth about whether to watch it, because I think there's so many incredible athletes who would never otherwise get this kind of attention, full force attention that they get during the Olympics. But it's going to be interesting. And I'm wondering if other people are feeling the same way, because at first they were talking about nobody can come in from the outside to watch the Olympics. Well,
right.
Where all the energy comes from.
Right,
when you've got these crowds, cheering you on. Now they're saying that they are going to allow people in, but socially distant maybe.
Is it 10,000 people per event or something like that?
Yeah. Exactly.
You gotta see Jimmy Kimmel do live witness news. Did you see that? Did you see that episode?
I haven't seen that. No, about the Olympics.
He was talking about the Olympics. The shit ain't even happened yet, and people were just lying. He said, "What do you think about this first?" He said, "Oh man, did a hell of a job." And he was making up runners' names. He said, right. What about Henry McRun? He said, "Oh man, Henry McRun." Well, you gotta watch it. Google it. It's funny as shit. Jimmy Kimmel's live witness news about the Olympics. This guy was making up all types of shit. It was hilarious.
He does great things.
Like,
and
people was so lying stupid. Their ass off. Bro.
Yeah.
You put a microphone in front of their face, they will lie.
Right. And how about the fact that last week they could not identify the president and the first lady of the United States? I was like, wow, oh my God. See that. Oh my God. That. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. All right, gentlemen, it's that time. Do you know what I speak of?
Yogi.
It's time for Yogi's Jules, the daily inspiration, and this is really applicable for all of us.
Brought to you by Magnums.
Because self-care is vital, but caring for others is necessary and should be nurtured. Self-care is vital, but caring for others is necessary and should be nurtured.
Wow.
So with that in mind, next year, will you please invite Chris to your birthday party, Huggy?
Chris ain't leaving that cul-de-sac.
Well, he is leaving because you all are going out on the road. You'll be where in July?
Jacksonville. Comedy Zone, 15th through the 17th. Get your tickets right now at comedyzone.com. Duval, we need to see you.
Duval, we back on Those Niggas Are Still Funny tour. I said the N-word. I'm sorry, Sybil. I said I was going to get rid of that word during the pandemic.
And so it didn't work so well for you.
No, because these niggas will make you relapse. I was nigga free.
Happy Father's Day to both of you. Happy birthday to you, Huggy. I appreciate you guys. Hope to see you next week.
Thank you.
And
coming in late.
You come in, and we're happy to have both of you every time you show. We appreciate you.
No, I'm signing off. Huggy's got 12 more minutes to do. Huggy was late. He's got okay. You got to do extra 12 minutes, son.
How long was I doing this? Story of my life, man. Motherfucker Uber driver. Nigga, I'm over here. That's how the Spirit airline, the traffic control that Spirit be. They don't even have an air traffic control. Look over here. All right, Sybil.
Comedy at its best. Thank you, guys. We'll see you next week. Hope to see you next week.
You'll see me next Monday, Sybil.
Okay, at what time?
7 o'clock. I'm doing some. Okay, see how she slid that. What time, man?
And tomorrow's J. Anthony Brown Day. We will see you all. Good night. Bye.